Hi everyone, Linda Reed-Enever here, and I'm doing a quick how-to today, showing off one of the new features that Missing Lettr has got out there. Missing Lettr, if you don't know what it is an amazing tool that takes your blog posts and turns them into 12 months worth of social media content. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour behind Missing Lettr so you get to know what it is, and also show you how it can now publish to Medium for you, which is just an amazing and absolutely awesome feature, especially for someone like me who writes a lot of content and wants to get my content out there. And Medium, I actually started with in 2015 and then sort of slacked off because I just didn't have the time to get there. This new feature by Missing Lettr, it means that I can get there and means my content is actually getting seen by a wider audience, which is why we create content and we want to get that information out there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly jump in and show you Missing Lettr. So this is a blog post I wrote this morning. It is on appreciating the little things in life, and it's a challenge that I'm going to run on Instagram over the next little while. Now, you're more than welcome to join me. It's a free one. I just want to appreciate what little things happen within my life and my business within 2018. After sitting on the couch for the last 7 or 8 weeks, I now have a much better understanding of the appreciation of little things. So the blog has been done and it's actually been taken over to Missing Lettr, and the campaign is here ready for me to review and approve. So what Missing Lettr does is works its magic. It takes extracts out of the blog post and creates the content. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you the bit of a setup about how Missing Lettr works from my point of view here. So if I go to the settings tab, you'll be able to see my site settings. So this is where my feed comes in. This is where you put the URL for your website and all the information. So it's lindareedenever.feed.com.au. Now, when you join Missing Lettr, they'll step you through this process. My social profiles that it goes out to, you can find on this tab over here. We're just heading out to my profiles here. Now, you can add Facebook. I don't add Facebook for that because I like to do a little bit of evergreen content through my Facebook in relation to those sorts of things. But you can add Facebook as a social profile as well. Now, Missing Lettr has just recently introduced Pinterest as well. So I'm testing that one out. I will come back to you and let you know how that one works after I've done that one a little bit further from there. You can see I've got my going out to my Google Plus. I've got it going out to my Twitter. I've got it going out to BBB Twitters, and I've got it going out to my personal page on LinkedIn as well. You get to schedule, so you can schedule times that will work for you, key dates. You set your time zone as to where you're based, whether you want to go out on a Saturday or Sunday like I do, and then you click any say from there. You can add times, you can remove times, you can schedule it up to make it work for you. So there's schedules there as well, which is pretty cool in the customization. And you haven't seen that in other Missing Lettr videos that I've done because it's pretty new. Then you've got your campaign, so you can choose whether you use hashtags, whether you use the meta keywords if you've got them in your blog post, whether to use just simple templates or pop some images in there as well. And if there's any default hashtags from there that you want to use. So one of the ones I actually quite like for my stuff is educate your market. I use that quite often, so I'm going to pop that default hashtag in on mine in relation to here. Now it'll go with sources, it'll come up with the links, all of that information happens there. You've got a branding tab over here, which also means that you can brand your content. So you can pop what template you want to use. So whether you want to change the bubble box, you can do all of that. There's some premium templates that are adding soon. You've got template library here about different ways you can present your quotes and your branding settings. So how do you want it to go out? So do you want it to go out just in relation to just saying who you are and what you do? And I just noticed when we had the quote marks in there, it's made that one go a bit funny. So I'm just going to take those out. So this is my little byline. So it's my Linda Reed-Enever, PR marketing go-to girl, and then author name and a little photo of me. So that is pretty much the branding side of things. So if we go back to the campaigns tab, let's show you how Missing Lettr works. Okay, so here we are in my campaigns tab after everything's saved. And we're going to review this campaign. So we just click the review button here, and it'll bring up all the suggested posts that Missing Lettr's put in there. It's also going to bring up hashtags. Now, some hashtags aren't going to relate. You know, it's working its magic. It's not working everything. So I tend to take the ones out that don't work for me. So we've got business one, most probably not. But from my desk, that's my newsletter name. So I like putting that one in there as well. I'm going to put in social media as well as a hashtag because it is social media, and obviously Instagram because it's an Instagram challenge. And the one other hashtag I want to add to this is the hashtag we're using for the challenge, which is 365 appreciation. So I'm going to grab that one and make sure that I pop that in there as well. So just popping that hashtag in. So there you go. There's all my hashtags. all set up and ready to go. So I'm going to go, okay, let's review content. It takes me across to the next screen, which is pretty awesome, which has all the content that it's suggested. So you've got to review your hashtags, make sure they're are relevant to what you're sharing, and you're all ready to go. So let's have a look here. Here's my content coming out. So it says just published. Now you can see it grabbed the post, the image from the article. It's used the hashtags there. That one's I'm happy with. This one in particular, it's got the image from one of my sidebars rather than the image from the post. So I've just grabbed that one and moved it across. This is a quote box. And you can see the different quotes that are there in relation to moving things forward. So it's taken different quotes from my post. So I'm going to use that one in particular for this one. And you can see now it's extracting content from the blog post itself to use as the titles here. The image is just wrong on this one, but it's all working. Just checking out that they are all still okay before we hit the approve button. Now this campaign, even though I'm starting it for 2018, this series that everyone's joining me can join me whenever they want to. So I'm not going to change the fact that anyone can join me. I'm going to let it run for the whole 365 days, but I could remove the day or I could stop it if it was time sensitive. These green buttons down the side mean that we're ready to go on all of those platforms. If you had Facebook here, it would come up with a red button and you need to assign the images, and then once that's happy, Facebook is happy for you to publish it from there. So I click the finish publication step, and then that means all my content for that 12 months for that blog post is approved within that quicker time, those many minutes. And I don't forget to share the blog post. That is probably the biggest thing. You know, we talk about content creation being 80% sharing and 20% creation. Missing Lettr is an amazing tool that keeps you opportunity to be able to actually get that sharing, that 80% sharing going really, really effectively for you. Look, in here we've got a time stop date as well. So if it's time sensitive content, you know, if it happens to run out in a month's time, you don't want it going out in your schedules any further than that. So you put a time schedule in there. And this is a handy new feature. This is the boost the campaign on Medium. So we click turn on for this one, and it's going to go through to my Medium account over here. And I'll just click on my profile. Let's see if we can go to my profile. Here we go. So you can see some of the ones that I've had come over, and I'm going to take you through. We're going to run through the whole process. We're going to put everything through there. Now, I've got 139 followers on Medium. I really have only been using it really effectively for the last couple of weeks, so it is a good platform to get involved with. So let's get over here, and we've ticked that one. We're going to click Activate Campaign. Then very shortly, I get an email from Missing Lettr, which in my inbox, which will come through, and the campaign's approved. So here we go. Let's have a look. Popping in with all my other campaigns here. Now you can cancel, you can pause and edit a campaign at any stage in time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my inbox. It's not here, so let's to speed up the setting. Let's go to settings and let's speed up this email. And hopefully we'll get it through quickly so we can check it all off. Oh, wrong account. This one. Here we go. Hopefully in a minute we should have an email from Missing Lettr in my inbox. Here we go. My Medium post is ready. So this is how cool it is. Medium post is ready and it's awaiting my review. So now I've got to review and activate on Medium. I click on that little button. It takes me through to where Missing Lettr's got everything set up for me here. So appreciation, so it's got the little graphic in there. It's got the subscribe details. We don't particularly need all of those. So I'm getting, this isn't going to work for everyone there. So what I've got to do there is I've just got to put the link into the blog post over here again, into the Medium campaign, because I've used a sign up box in this particular one. So I'm just going to click here. Then that puts the link in. Now getting rid of the bits that come over from my website that don't relate to the Medium stuff. You've got to get that from there. And I'm just going to pop in an image on this one because it doesn't seem to have done. I'm just going to put in the 365 appreciation, the image that I created for this. So my blog post image is in there as well. So this is really where I want to make sure that everything moves forward. Just checking where we are. The image is there. Looking forward to joining me on Instagram. I can take that image out actually now here. And I'm just going to actually move that link to a better spot. So guys, it takes a little bit of editing, but that's pretty much not a bad thing for us to do. So links in place, everything else is there. I then hit publish, and my post, it's got some hashtags, it's got the tags that I've used. I can share it on Twitter, I can share it on my Facebook page, and I click publish, and there we go. It is now published on my Medium profile. And if we click the little refresh button over here, you will see it pop up in my latest feeds from there. So there we go, guys. That's how you use Missing Lettr to take your blog post, create social content with it, and publish it on Medium. It is an amazing new feature. I hope you enjoyed the how-to, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the new year. Thanks. Bye.